Hi there everyone, it's Jen here. How are we all doing today? How are we all doing? It is Hump Day. It's a glasses day. I'm still not brilliant, although I do think I'm getting better. Yeah, I think I'm getting better. So today I'm going to draw out and I'm going to kit up my first canvas for 2026. Wow, this is so exciting. I don't think I'm going to be able to start on it for a little while though. I'm going to my mum's tomorrow for New Year's Day. Tradition in Scotland is like Christmas. You all go round to family member and you have steak pie. So I'm going to my mum's tomorrow. She's hosting us all. Me, my husband, my youngest, one of my brothers and my mum. And we're all going to have a steak pie, play some family games, have a great time. Hopefully I'll be well enough. What I don't think I'll be well enough for though is staying up to the bells tonight. I can't see that happening at all. I think I'll be in my bed with a lemon by about 9 o'clock. But them's the breaks, you know, when you're poorly. But what else have I got planned over the next couple of days? It's getting towards the end of the holidays. The 2nd of January is actually a public holiday in Scotland. Yeah, we need 2 days to recover. So yeah, 2nd of January is a public holiday in Scotland, so I don't have work then. I think the 2nd's a Friday, isn't it? You kind of lose track of days in between Christmas and New Year, don't you? 2nd and 3rd of January I've got booked with my youngest for a big gaming session. I picked up Split Fiction, which is like an incredible game that came out in 2025. It's a couch co-op game, and yeah, I'm really looking forward to playing that, and I'm going to be playing that with my son on the 2nd and the 3rd, because he will be going back up to uni on the 4th. We'll drive him up because he's got like loads of bags and stuff, and on the 5th I'm back to work, so it'll probably be the evening of the 5th or at some point on the 4th is probably when I'll get started on the canvas. So I kind of wanted to draw it today and kit it up today so that I'm basically ready to go come this sort of like, you know, 4th, 5th of January. Anyway, let me show you the canvases that I've chosen for my first project. So I did an introduction a few days ago about what I'm going to do in 2026. I did it as part of a whipping chat. So 2026, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. I'm going to do 26 canvases, one for each letter of the alphabet. So we're going to start with A. Now for each letter of the alphabet I'm going to assign a topic. It could be a theme, it could be an artist, it could be a company, it could be anything. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to do for a lot of the letters, but I have got myself a plan for A to D. For each letter, for each topic, I'm going to choose several canvases. I'm going to pop them into a wheel, and the wheel will decide which one I do. At the moment, letter C has only got one canvas in it because I know what I want to do. So it could be that C is just going to be what I've chosen because I've only got one canvas of that type. So it's not cats because I've got several canvases of cats. Anyway, let us look at the canvases that I've chosen for the letter A, and A stands for abstracts. So we'll start off with the first one, which is a Diamond Art Studio. All these canvases will be canvases from licensed kits from licensed sites. There'll be no budget canvases in this series, although I will probably do some budget canvases in between the big ones if I have time. Anyway, first canvas is this one. It's called Tomer and Candice. It's from Diamond Art Studio. I'm not 100% sure of the artist's name off the top of my head. I will pop it across the screen now. They don't have a huge amount of information on their sticker, on their outside box. This canvas I've had for maybe about 3 years in my stash. And this was the canvas, when I thought about A for Abstracts, this was the one that I wanted to do. Now, I've thrown 5 Diamond Art Clubs into the mix as well, so it could be that I don't do this one. If I don't, I will be quite sad, but I won't be, because I've got some cracking Diamond Art Club canvases in the mix as well. But anyway, this is the first one, Tomer and Candice from Diamond Art Studio. It's a square, by the way, this one. I've got a couple of old canvases in my kit, in my list from Diamond Art Club. First one is another square, oops, and it is this one, Abstract Cat. Okay, so this one I will be able to tell you what the sizes are. It's 20 by 20 or 51 by 51. I think the Tomer and Candice one's about roughly a similar size. It's about 50 by 50, I think. It's got some ABs in there, but we don't know how many, because it's an older kit. Artist is Eve Izzet. So yeah, Abstract Cat. So that's going in the wheel. We have got another older canvas. This one is an older round. This one has been torn and scratched, and it's quite sad actually, because Kenny used this one day as a scratching post. Kenny is, or was, my Bengal. Well, it wasn't really my Bengal, he was my oldest son's cat really, but my oldest son moved to China, so we got Kenny to look after. But yeah, unfortunately Kenny went missing over a year ago, September 2024. Kenny went missing, and we've not seen hide nor hair or anything of him since. So we don't know what's happened. We live in the centre of a town, so it's highly unlikely that he's got himself stuck or injured or hurt somewhere that he wouldn't have been seen. So we are working, or we have been working, under the presumption that he's been stolen and he's been moved out of the area. It's, you know, it's, I'm going to get some new, at least one, maybe 2 new cats in the next coming weeks. I'm going to go to our local cat rescue centre. I'm going to phone them up once everybody's back after the holidays, and get a couple of new cats. But we will be putting, I mean, Kenny was chipped anyway, but we will also be putting either collars or chips in them, probably chips actually, with location devices, location tags, which you can get now, because it's just the not knowing, you know, if he'd met with an accident and had passed away, that's fine, I'm okay with that. I would, you know, you get some sort of closure. It's just not having the closure, it's just not knowing what's going to happen to him. Anyway, yeah, I forgot that this was the one that he decided to use as a scratching post. Anyway, it's this one. Okay, I don't know how, let me move that up out of the way. Okay, it's this one here. It's a round. It's called A Little Village. Oh, I've shown it the wrong way. It actually goes that way. Little Village. It's 23.2 by 18.5 or 59 by 47 centimetres. Round. The artist is Mad Art Studios. Printing is really small, and it's got ABs in here, it says, but again we don't know how many, because it's the older canvas and they don't put that information on the box. So that's canvas number 3, halfway through. Okay, so we took a couple of older ones out of my stash, but one of the things that I wanted to do this year was also to do some newer canvases that I bought this year, essentially, or last year, 2025. The first one Again, this to me falls into the category of abstract. Abstract is quite subjective, isn't it, as a category? But it's this one here. Okay, this is a larger one. This is called Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy. It's by Leon Devenice, or Devenice, maybe. It's 22 by 33, so bigger. 55.6 by 83.7. It is a round. Because it's one of the newer kits, we'll be able to see what specials are in here. It's got 58 colours, 3 ABs, 4 fairy dusts. I love dance. I'm not very good at it myself. I don't really dance myself, but I do love dance, and I really like ballet. So I've got a paint by number, which is, or I've done a paint by number, which is very similar to this. Yeah, I like this a lot. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's going in my shopping cart. It wasn't even wish listed, it was bought straight away. I was like, nope, no, I'm not even wish listing this. This is getting bought. So it's this one, Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy. So that's a new round. I've also got a new square, and it's one of my Black Friday purchases. And I did allude to this earlier, but it is this one. It is the Shell Mandala by T.S. Larkin. 25.6 by 25.6 inches. So we're getting a little bit smaller again. It's a bigger box and it's a heavier package than the Ballerina, but it is a smaller canvas. 65 by 65. 87 colours though. That's maybe why it's so heavy. 5 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 3 fairy dusts. So there we go. Shell Mandala. So that's my new square that's going into the mix. And the final canvas that I thought I'd put in is a mystery one. So I did want to try and do some more mystery canvases if possible this year. I did one last year. I was intending on doing more, but other things got on top of me, so I wasn't able to do more than one. I'm going to try and do more than one this year if I can. So I've got quite a few Diamond Art Club mysteries. I was going to try and put them into my spinny wheel of choice if I had the chance. And I do. I've got an abstract. I've got a Peggy Collins abstract here. And it's this one. Okay, it's mystery kit number, because they always have numbers on them, don't they? 69. Mystery kit 69. It's abstract music. It's by Peggy Collins. This is the biggest one, I think. It's 33 inches by 22 inches, or 83.6 by 55.8. It's about similar size to the Ballerina one. However, the Ballerina is rounds and this is square, so that this is more. And it's Peggy Collins, and I've got a feeling it'd be a lot more confetti heavy than the Ballerina. It's got 67 colours, 3 ABs, 1 iridescent, and 3 fairy dust. So that is the 6th and final one. I do have something, however, to say about this canvas. If it does get pulled out of the wheel, obviously massive spoilers. You know, if you've got this and you don't want to see it, you may not want to watch, this. However, when I was going through my stash, and I don't use Gems Flow or anything like that, but I was going through my stash to find out what canvases that I would have that would be suitable. And I looked at some of my past purchases on Diamond Art Club. And I saw this and I thought, oh, that's great. Because I was scrolling through, I scrolled down as far as the reviews. Now, Diamond Art Club make a big point of not spoiling the images. So in the VIP group, for example, you're not allowed to post the images. There is a separate group, a mystery group, for those who would like to see the images. I know what the image is on this, and it was spoiled for me. And the reason why was because in the review section on the Diamond Art Club website for this kit, albeit it was buried deep because it was in the archive kit section because you cannot get this kit anymore, were pictures, completed pictures. I think, I don't know whether it's worth sending an email to Diamond Art Club customer service. I don't know what you think about this. It'd be interesting to hear your opinions. For mystery kits, should pictures of the completed kit be in the review section on the Diamond Art Club website? In my opinion, no, because Diamond Art Club make a big song and dance about not spoiling the images, but yet on their website, on their actual website, are pictures of the completed canvas within the review sections for the canvases. I don't know, you know, it's I think it's a massive spoiler. I mean, depending, I think I'll contact them anyway, in all honesty. We'll see. But anyway, this is the last canvas that's going into the wheel. I do know what the image is. I'm a bit gutted that I do know what the image is now. And it was just by, you know, I hadn't deliberately gone out to look for the image. It was just sitting there in the review section for the kit on the Diamond Art Club website. Right, okay. I have got my, I've got a tablet. I've not got my tablet. So what I'm going to do is we'll get that, I think I've got the app open already. Yeah. So I've got the Tiny Decisions app here. I don't know how well this is coming up, but I tried to angle it that way. But I do have all 6 canvases in the wheel. So green is Shell Mandala. Light blue is the Mystery Kit. Dark blue is the Ballerina. Purple is down bottom, Little Village. The red is Tomer and Candace, the Diamond Art Studio canvas. And orange is Abstract Cat. So, here we go. I don't use wheels very often. You can tell I don't use wheels very often. I'm trying to do this without seeing the glare. Okay, so here we go. Oh, it's the big one. It's Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy. You never know, by the time I come round to the Peggy Collins mystery, I might have forgotten what the image is. So it's not Tomer and Candace. Oh no. Oh no, poor Tomer and Candace. However, it's one of the bigger ones that I've got. This is the one we're going to do. But it is also one of the newer ones. So we'll get this opened up. We'll have a little look, and 58 colours, not too bad. I've got a feeling there might be a decent amount of colour blocking in there. If you look at the backgrounds, we'll see what's involved, and we'll get it kitted up. Oh, I can kit up by colour. Yes. Yay. Okay, so here we go. First canvas for 2026, excuse me. Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy by Leon Devonice, or Devonice perhaps. 22 by 33, 55.6 by 83.7 centimetres, round from Diamond Art Club. And yeah, one of the newer ones, so I did say that it would be nice to do some of the newer ones. Hey, I can link this canvas now, can't I? I can link it. Oh, there's nothing so satisfying as opening up a new diamond painting, is there? New diamond painting, new year. And actually it's nice to do a round because I've done a few squares lately. Certainly all the Diamond Art Clubs that I've done, apart from the Advent, have been squares this year. Or last year. I keep saying this year because we're still in 2025, but only just. Hogmanay. So it's not the new box as in the one with the sleeve, but it's a new one. Toolkit. Oh, big tray. We are not going to open that. Quite a lot of people do Diamond Art Club unboxings. If you want to see the content of the tray, you can have a look at it there. In here we should have tips and tricks sticker sheets and the Treasure Quest card. Here we go. Leon Devenice, Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy. Bronze card. I don't really collect those. I'm not really that fussed about them. I've got quite a few Diamond Art Clubs now that have come in. I may end up scratching off and using the backs for discounts. So, I mean, why not? But I'm not as precious over them, for want of a better word. So, tips and tricks. And there we go. There's our little sticker. And our 58 colours. Wow. Looks like we've got a pink AB, 2 pink ABs, a green AB, a pink fairy dust, a yellow fairy dust, a blue fairy dust, and a red fairy dust. Wow. Okay, let's open up, have a look at the canvas, and then what we'll do, we're not going to look through the drills. What we will do though is we will kit them up. So, decent sized bag of drills, not too big. Lots of lovely colours in here though. This is going to be super good for doing in January with all those beautiful colours. They're going to really chase away the winter blues, aren't they? Purples, pinks, blues, reds, greens, yellows, oranges. I'm so glad I've chosen this one. It's part of the reason why I wanted to do abstracts for A is because all these abstracts are full of absolutely beautiful colours. And it does cheer you up as you get into those long winter evenings. And here we go, the moment of truth, the image. Oh, there's tons of colour blocking. This is going to go really, really, really quickly. What I might do is I might take it and roll it backwards on itself a little bit. It's got the perforated cover, obviously. I tend to, with the canvases with the perforated cover, I tend to do that in conjunction with washi tape. I find it very difficult to see the edges of the perforations. Even though it's got the dark grey lines there, I still find it difficult. My gosh, this is taking a bit of a time, doesn't it? Oh, let's see if we can do this without so much glare. I'll switch this light off. I had a lot of shadow coming in from the window, which is why I put the little light on. But if I switch the light off, you're not going to get the glare from the light. Holy moly, this is big. Look, let's get the big ones done and dusted at the start of the year. Oh wow, she's amazing. As I said, lots of colour blocking, so excuse me, I'm still coughing. It should go pretty quick. Let's turn her sideways. That's maybe the best thing to do. You can get a better idea. You're gonna have to excuse me. Oh dear. I'm sorry, I had the most horrendous coughing fit. Oh my goodness, really bad. But it's left me out of breath. We're all good now though, I hope. But anyway, there she is. Wow, she is gorgeous. She really is. This certainly is an amazing abstract, isn't it? All those colours. Wow. Yeah, all those colours. fantastic, absolutely fantastic. So let's see where the ABs go, and then we'll get it kitted up. Or the specials. So we've got 2 pink ABs. One is a Christmas tree and one is a tick. So we've got some ABs, pink ABs here. As long as there's none in our face. I don't like, I suppose you could get away with it with an abstract. So I've got some ABs here. Oh, here on our tutu, we've got some. On her shoes, a few here. And it's over at the side here. We've got some pink ABs. Oh, up here are pink ABs as well. We've got the green AB, which is it's like a, it's a funny symbol. It's like a T, and then another T on the top. I'm thinking these will be more in the background. I can't see it at all. I don't think it's a green, really. I can't see it at all. Okay, I found it. It's just because of the printing on the canvas. It's over here. It's because it's sideways, and how I'm looking at it, it looks like it's something different, but it's over here. I can't really see it anywhere else. Once I've done it, I'll be able to show you. Pink fairy dust. That should be a fairly easy one to find. It's down basically next to where some of the ABs, where I've got some on her ballet shoes here and here. A little bit in the background. Yellow fairy dust is a square. Oh, you might not be able to see it. It's all on this side. Hold on. Let me turn this. So here we've got a whole load of yellow and red, but the yellow squares all through this yellow section. There's quite a lot of it actually, so that looks really good. The blue fairy dust is the lowercase a. I'm definitely going to have to move this around. Let me do this. So the lowercase a is on this side behind her, in these light blue areas here. And then we've got a lowercase e on the red. Oh, and that's up at the top here. So the bulk of our fairy dusts are going to be concentrated on this side here. And our ABs are mostly going to be on the opposite side, with the pink ones being in her tutu and on her shoes. Wow. But as I said, this is big. This is big. But there are huge areas of colour blocking, and as long as I'm not colour blocking ABs, then it'll be good. Because I hate colour blocking ABs. Okay, what we'll do is we'll move this out the way. We will get kitting up. We will get my Craftmates lockables out, I think, and kit up in colour, because this is just lending itself totally to kit up in colour. Okay, so let's get kitting up. I've basically sorted everything out already, because that's what takes the most amount of time, is sorting out the labels, getting all the drills laid out in colour order, because yeah, I'm going to kit up by colour. It is my preferred method for these big kits. So yeah, we are going to do kit up by colour. Here's our sticker. I'm keeping a hold of that. I'm thinking I might start tracking my my finishes this year. Again, I didn't do it last year. I did it the year before, but I should really start checking out the tracking my projects. It makes life easier. Now it does have 58 colours, which is 2 more than I have compartments in my Craft Mates lockables. I didn't want to get another strip out just for 2 colours, so I'm going to just kit them up into trays straight away. So yeah, let's get going. Let's do the darker blues first. There's a lot of blue in this painting, an awful lot of blue. I'm hoping there isn't going to be too much in the way of confetti though. Not confetti, sorry, static though. God, my brain. Darkest colour we have is 939. There is no black, and there is only a little tiny bit of 939 and a little tiny bit of 823. We do have some dark brown and some dark green as well, but oh my goodness, it's so nice not to have black. The last painting that I did was the Diamond Art Club Mandy Manzano Mama Knows Best. There was a lot of black in that. An awful lot of black in that. So it's good to get away from those dark colours, particularly at this time of year. Now I'm hoping that I can get everything kitted up into this. There are some colours that you'll see later on that are in 2 bags. I think what I'll do is I'll just keep them to the side in my drawer. There's a little bit of static, not a huge amount. That it's going to be too problematic, I don't think. It's sticking to my fingers. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be too problematic with static. I'm not a big fan of dryer sheets. I find them like really they give me a weird sensation that I'm not particularly comfortable with. Yeah, not a fan. 824. So yeah, look at all these lovely blues. I didn't realise there was quite so many blues in this painting, but they do make up a large part of the background. And if you look here, I mean, there's so much of that background is in blue. Next one is 322. So I'm going to put out a slightly controversial question to you all. Oh dear, this one does have a little bit more static in it. As I say, we are going to work with it. It's not really bad that it's a deal breaker. Let me just let me sort all these drills out, and then I'll ask you about my slightly controversial question. Oh, ping. Where did that one go? Went all the way over here. Oh, one's come out. Oh yeah, that one was quite bad, wasn't it? There's one over here as well. I think this is the same colour. Yeah, 809 next is the lighter of this strip of blues. When I'm kitting up by colour, I tend to try, if I can, to sort of like mix the tones together and then go from dark to light. So yeah, a little bit of static in some of those, but as I said, it shouldn't be, you know, once I get started, it should sort of even itself out okay. Right, next set of blues. Yeah, my slightly controversial question is regarding unboxing videos. Do you like it when people go through all the colours, like all the strips, and they rattle off all the DMC numbers? Sorry, I'm pausing and coming back. My son and my husband are having a conversation downstairs about eggs and eggy bread. And oops, and they're being very loud. So yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, slightly controversial take. Oh, wait a minute. I keep getting stuck because I've got fairy dust now. Do you want to look at these fairy dusts before I pop them in the tray, or in the little container? Oh my gosh, he's shouting. Well, what is that about guys? They can't talk, they have to shout. Anyway, yeah, teal. A sort of a teal fairy dust, a dark teal. Yep. Very nice. I can't really see the fairy dust very much on that one, unfortunately. I did have a little brush. Where's my little brush gone? I've put it somewhere. I do find that sometimes these trays, the drills do catch in these trays sometimes, particularly the rounds. Anyway, let's get back to my slightly controversial take on unboxings. Yeah, how do you feel when people go through all the strips of colours? And, you know, I used to like it, but nowadays I don't. I've kind of stopped doing it myself. The only times when I go through the colours is when I've got a special shape, really, now. I suppose a lot of it's personal preference. And also, when people go through the strips, do you like them to call out the colour or their take on a colour? I mean, Liz is famous for her hot pink. Please don't stop doing that, Liz. I love it when you call your hot pink out. I much prefer the colour side of things. You know, when people go, if you are going through all the colours, I much prefer people to go, oh, it's a sky blue, or a hot pink, or a sunshine yellow, compared with 3795, 203. You know, reading out the DMC numbers. It seems too clinical. Yeah, it seems really clinical. 3756, 322, 809, 824. It's just, it seems very clinical and robotic. I don't like it. It feels like people are just going through the motions when they just read out lists of DMC numbers. Quite frankly, there are so many DMC numbers out there. I couldn't tell you what half of them were. I mean, there are some that you know the number from, you know, like 666, which I'm just coming to just now, actually, if you think about it. But, I mean, why are you sitting reading out a list of numbers? It means nothing. It means nothing to me. If you're going to show us the colours, don't just rattle off a list of DMC numbers, please. You know, talk about the colours, go, oh, here's a nice bright cherry red, 666 it is, if you're interested in the DMC numbers. But quite frankly, unless I'm storing my drills I'm not interested in the DMC numbers. That's the only time that I will store look at DMC numbers, is when I'm storing my drills. Yeah, so that is my semi-controversial. It's just semi-controversial because it's not really rocking the boat. This is a, well, I hope not anyway. This is another fairy dust. It's a lovely orange. I thought it was a red fairy dust we were getting. Excuse me. But it's an orange fairy dust. So yeah, what's your take on that? It'd be interesting to know. Do you like the long list of numbers, of DMC numbers being rattled off? Do you not like people going through the colours at all? Or do you prefer people going through, like, stating what the colours are? You know, we've got a lovely forest green here, vibrant orange. Yeah, it's one of these things, isn't it? It's very subjective. Talking about vibrant oranges, we are in my strip of happy colours here. The oranges and the yellows. They are now, I think, I was always a blue girl. I always loved blue, and I do like the fact that we've got a lot of blues there. But I will tell you something. You know what? Oranges and yellows are rapidly, I think, going to take over the blues as my favourite colours to diamond paint. They're just so bright, colourful, and I call them my happy colours because they make me smile, and oh, you know, you just want to smile when you're diamond painting. They make me want to smile. I was never a pink and purple girl. It wasn't my thing. There's another fairy dust coming in a minute. I'll show you those. So yeah, I was never a pink and purple girl. And I do like my neutrals for realistic type paintings, and I do quite like a dark fantasy painting as well. But here we go, nice bright yellow fairy dust. Cool, isn't it? But I think for me now, there's nothing like a nice bright orange or yellow to cheer up my day when I'm diamond painting. Oops, what's this that's gone, escaped? What's one of my fairy dusts? We can't be having that, can we? 744. That's a buttery yellow. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to pause. I'm going to clear this away in the bin, and then we'll carry on with the kitting up. Okay, now we're into our reds and our pinks, or our magenta, should I say, and our pinks. Liz, you need to call out a hot pink here. These ones are quite small actually. Not very many gems in these. Whoops. I think that's one of my yellow ones. Shall we get that and pop it into its... Oh, it's a fairy dust. Let's stick that in its little compartment. 718 now, a paler magenta. There's me calling out DMCs after me having a go at people who call out DMCs. Slipping into bad habits. What's the next one? This one. So yeah, you can see I'm kind of going down in... sort of shade. Trying to keep the same tone there, if as much as possible. but going down in the shade. Oh, here we go. Do you want to see this one? This is the pink AB. Maybe the pink tray wasn't the best to show this in. I don't know. It's more of a bubblegum pink, this. Look at that. Wow. We do like that. I'm not, as I said, I'm not a pink or purple girly, but I can't, no denying that that is pretty. Next one is this baby pink. Oh, and the next two, one's a fairy dust and one's an EB. So okay, we've got a fairy dust coming. That one, very nice. Okay, and now we've got pale pink AB. I think it's good that Diamond Art Club are now using the DMC numbers rather than their own numbering system for the ABs. It makes things a lot easier if you're wanting to add your own enhancements. Like that, for matching up the colours. Oh my gosh, I keep finding escapees. That's another yellow fairy dust. Why are they all over the place? Okay, now one of my least favourites. I'm not massively into landscapes. Part of the reason is I'm not a big fan of green. And I don't like doing foliage. Nice to note that there's not a lot of green here. I'm sorry to all you green lovers out there. But yeah, not a huge fan of green. Okay, a little bit of static on this one. Come on, get off my finger. This one's on this finger now. And there's one on the table. I must admit, I was a bit frightened about the amount of static that we would get in these, but it hasn't been that bad. Not that bad at all. When you're kitting up, because a lot of the static in there, it can really increase the amount of time you spend doing it. So I don't think we've got any specials in the greens. Oh, I might have a really pale one. I do have a strip coming, which is just odds and sods. You know, little bits that are left over. Oh, quite a bit of static in this one. Oh, there's a little teeny totty one. Oh my gosh. Right. Oh, that was, I knew that was going to happen. I've just tilted it the opposite way to that I normally tilt it, plus there's static in there. So at least it was not loads of drills everywhere, just the odd one or two. Gosh, this one's quite bad actually. It's interesting because some of these have had a lot of static and some of these have had hardly any, if any at all. And some more green. Yeah, I'm glad there's not a massive amount of green in this painting, just as I'm glad that there's no black or not a lot of dark colours. Actually, tiny confession. I excuse me, I actually prefer black to 939. It's 939 that I can't get behind a lot of the time. So yeah, that's our greens. Yeah, some of those are quite bad for static, aren't they? As I said, they'll kind of sort themselves out. I think we'll be okay. They're kind of dancing around in there at the moment. Okay, let's do the browns now. 3857. We did have a dark green 890, but we've got a, you know, kind of a darker brown there. But yeah, they're not hugely dark, which I'm really pleased about. In fact, I think this is really going to be our, well, this is going to be our hair, I think. Looking at the image. And there you can see her hair's, she's a brunette. Oh, come on, out of there. And next one. Actually, now I'm thinking of it, this one might be more of a hair colour. It's like a chestnutty type of brown. I don't think we've got any ABs on the browns as well, which is fine. Oh, saying that, I did, when I was doing the mini dazzles out of the advent calendar, there was brown ABs in there, and not ABs, sorry, brown fairy dust in there, and I thought they looked really cool. It gave them like a metallic appearance, and yeah, I thought they looked amazing, really amazing. I had a metallic gingerbread man. Come on, in you go. Now, I do like my Craft Mates Lockables a lot. I'd say they're my favourite system to kit up in. If you drop them on the floor, they don't open because they're held in place with a clip. You'll see when I've been doing this, if you've never seen this system before, you've got like this purple strip that goes across, and you press that in and that releases the catch, and when you don't press it in, the catches, you can't open them. When you press them in, you can, and it still pops. I've got 2 sets. I've got 2 for the price of 1. They were doing a sale on Amazon years ago. I really don't know if you can still buy these. What I'll do is I'll have a little look if you can still buy these, and if you can, and if you want to try them out and you don't have them, you can pick them up. It'll be a UK Amazon link, but I'm quite excited to link this canvas actually. I will link this canvas down in the description box. It's the first time I've been able to link a canvas for ages because I've been doing all the old ones. So it's going to be fantastic. As far as I'm aware, this kit is still available on Diamond Art Club. It has not been archived. I just bought it last year after coming off my no-buy. Okay, now here, this is when we get a bit weird because the next two strips are going to be a bit of a mixture, but I've kind of still grouped things together. So we don't have very many purples, but we also have got a few blues left over. So what I've got here is I've got 3 blues and I've got 4 purples. So they're going to go into the one box. I'll start with the blues and then I'll carry on with the purples. So yeah, it's just the, you know, the number of different colours that are in here. This always happens when I kit up by colour. There'll be at least 1 or 2 strips that are a bit like they start off one way and end up another. But I like doing it this way. It works for my brain. If, however, it was a kit where you had, say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like alphanumeric, and it followed that pattern of being alphanumeric, I wouldn't kit up by colour. I would kit up alphanumeric. The only reason why I like it for the Diamond Art Club kits and the Diamond Art Studio kits is because neither of those companies use an alphanumeric system. So I always kit up the big Diamond Art Clubs and the Diamond Art Studios in this way. Now, we've got 2 bags of this purple. If I don't get both bags in here, because of the number of colours, I'm not spreading colours over more than one compartment. We'll just keep the bag to the side. I'll pop it in the wee drawer underneath me here. Yeah, I've got my new table. I've got my new drafting table with drawers. Yeah, I think given the fact as well there's a lot of static in this, I don't want to overfill this compartment. So we'll just keep this little bag in the drawer underneath me. I will be keeping the lockables in that drawer anyway. My gosh, come on. Yeah, this does seem to have a little bit more static in it, this one. It's a wee bit all over the place, isn't it? So, I mean, got some bags with nothing, and then some bags that are quite bad. All within the same kit. Yeah, we'll put this in my drawer. Which is a bit weird. Is there an explanation? You would expect it to be all or nothing, wouldn't you? They'd all have static or they'd all have no static. This is the same, it's got 2 bags, so we'll put that bag in here as well. But yeah, I've got a new drafting table. I was diamond painting on a flat surface, which was okay, but I felt myself starting to get a bit of backache. So I thought, let's try out the drafting table, which Santa bought for me. Well, Santa bought it. Santa got it for me, but Santa didn't know that he'd got it for me. But Santa helped put it up. Let's put it that way. And actually Santa said he thought about me getting one a couple of years ago. We had a giggle. Oh gosh, right. What one's that? I think this is that one. Is it? I'm not too sure. We'll pop it in there anyway. There's, I don't think it will, you know, I'll be able to see it when it's out in a tray if it's in the wrong space. Oh, this strip here, this one is totally all over the place. We've got some little odds and sods. So we've got, but again, I've tried to keep them in some kind of colour order. We've got a little bit of brown and olive, a kind of a pale green AB, a cream. Maybe that should go down here. Oh no, up here. I think I'd been playing around with these before. Then we've kind of got these kind of like an orange brown and creams. Yeah, this one's a bit all over the place. It works in my brain. That's how that's going to work. And the thing is, these are just all small bags as well. So these are going to be more like just little small areas or accents. Oh, it's clouding over. It is clouding over. I'm surprised my voice is lasting so long. Oh, got an AB. Let's look at this. Let's look at what AB. Might not be quite so sparkly because, as I said, the sun's gone behind a cloud. There we go. Scotland's forecast for snow tonight, I think. Although we're a bit far south from where it's going to be. Although my son, where he goes to uni, is right in the middle of it. So I'm hoping that a lot of it will have gone or be certainly cleared when we take him up on Sunday. I mean, the main roads will be cleared, but and he lives in the centre of a city, so we'll be good, and we'll be going on the main roads, the motorways, so hopefully everything will be good. Excuse me, after me saying I'm surprised my voice has held out so long. It's starting to go now. But yeah, it's forecast for snow tonight, but not in our area and not where my mum lives either. So thankfully the drive through to hers tomorrow should be fine. Should be fine and clear. It is cold though. Right, these ones are sticking to my fingers. Right, okay, I'll tidy this up and we'll look at the colours. I also still have a couple more to kit up, so a couple more colours to open up, so we'll do them as well. Okay, so for those of you who have never seen me kit up by colour before, they're new, and I've never seen anybody kit up by colour before. You're about to see why. Because it's pretty. So here we go. We've got all our blues, our dark blues, all together. We have all our lighter blues all together. We've got some more blue and our purple. We have got our pinks. We have got happy colours, red, orange and yellow. And we have got our greens. We have got our browns. And then we've got the ones that don't fit everywhere and were left over. So we've got some browns, a little bit of green, some cream and some tan beige ones too. I do also have two colours which I didn't have space for in there. We have got a lilac and we have got 3865 white. So I thought what I'd do is Diamond Art Club. Let's put them in Diamond Art Club trays. I've got the trays from the last two advent calendars here. So we'll put one colour in one tray and one colour in the other tray, and we'll just keep them there. So this is 3865 white. Again, we've got two bags. I'll keep one bag aside. These should be fine in here. The trays have got covers on them. Nobody really comes into this room. Now, it's used as a spare bedroom as well as my craft room. So, and I don't have any pets, and I've got a door that will close. So, a door that will close compared to a door that doesn't close. So when we get our new cat, which hopefully will be in the next few weeks, it's hopefully not going to tip things on the floor. So yeah, there's our 3865 white. And the other one is this lilac, which will pop into this tray. I decided to put them into here because these trays are quite big and they've got lids. The other tray I could have put them in is I've got the cat ear tray bricks. I've got the lids on them, but I think these are a little bit bigger, so that's why I've gone with these. Right. Okay. Let's move these into place. That is it. That is my amazing abstract. First project for 2026, all kitted up. So just to recap, excuse me, in 2026, I was only going to set myself one challenge for 2026, and that is an A to Z trip through my diamond painting collection, 26 for 26. For each letter of the alphabet, I'm going to assign a topic, a theme, if you like. So for A, it's amazing abstracts. We're going to pull a canvas at random from my stash using a wheel. The canvas that we have picked for our abstract is actually the biggest canvas, with the exception of the mystery one. It's called Ballerina's Enchanting Ecstasy. It is by Leon Devenice or Devenice. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. I'm sorry. It is 55.6 by 83.7 centimeters, or 22 by 33 inches. It has got 58 colours, and what did we say? It was 3 ABs and 4 fairy dust. Yeah, 3 ABs and 4 fairy dusts. The next time you see this will be during a whip and chat. So that's my plan, is that once I get a good way into this, I'll do a little whip and chat, maybe around one of the more interesting areas, maybe when I'm doing our tutu, because that's quite interesting. I've got a lot of special gems in there. And yeah, we'll do a little whip and chat, a little progress update, and I'm not too sure whether I'll do the completion in the same video or in a different video, but you will that will be coming as well. So you're going to see this at least another 2 times. Anyway, that is it from me. I hope the start of your 2026 has gone okay. By the time you see this, I will probably, well, I'm not too sure when I'm going to put it up. It might be just before I go back to work. So I'll go back to work on Monday the 5th. So if it's up before Monday the 5th, I'm still on holiday. If it's up after Monday the 5th, I'm back to work. Anyway, hopefully my cough and my cold will be better by then. Now, I am fully aware I've done a lot of talking, and my voice is really starting to go now. I'm surprised it has held up so long. So I'm going to get myself a drink. A cup of tea I think would be perfect, and some lunch. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you all in the next video. Okay, cheerio folks.